Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be trying watercolor for the first time, or the second time, because the first time I tried watercolor, which was like 2 years ago, it didn't go so well. But I do have to give it a second chance for this new art piece that I'm making. My cat is trying to bite my chair. Do you see this? What the hell? Anyways, we should start with my initial thoughts on watercolor. So, before I even get started, my opinion on watercolor is that it does produce really beautiful, detailed art pieces. It's just, it's really hard to control, and I don't know color theory, and I also don't know how to layer colors. So whenever I tried to do watercolor like 3 years ago, they turned out really muddy, and they just like didn't follow like the line, like, you know, like coloring in the lines. Yeah, I didn't do that. It like spilled over to the lines. But someone did say to think of watercolor like painting with water and not paint. So I will be keeping that in mind this time. And I watched a few tutorials beforehand. Yo, why does your face look like that? But you are so stink. Okay, I'm gonna need you to actually get off my lap. So can you like... Okay. The first is going to be the background coloring with watercolor. So this is a Japanese traditional tattoo style that I'm going for. And the tutorial said, I don't know if you can see it, but it said to like start with the background first, so that is what I'm going to do. And oh, my watercolor. This is my first time, like, I didn't even know these existed, like watercolor tubes. I always thought they just like appeared on like a pre-made palette, because that's what my school usually showed. I'm using a split primary color palette, which it basically has just all the cool and warm shades of the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Okay, was ultramarine cold or warm? I'm pretty sure it was warm. And lemon is cold. This is warm. This is... You know what? I'll be right back. And I'll have my palette set up. Alright, y'all. I got it set up. So, I have my split primary palette. It's organized like this because, like, these two sides, they like, when they're side by side, they make the secondary colors. So like the cool yellow and the cool blue make green, the warm blue and the cool red make purple. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like fucked up because I realized I didn't need all that for black. I just need ultramarine blue, I have no clue. Was it crimson red, or I think it was the dark red. But it's okay. Watercolor's okay. So I also got some two cups of water. One is clean and the other will be dirty. And I also have a little rag to wipe off the brushes and, you know, make sure that they're like dry. Okay. I hope you can see. Well, I don't think you can, but I also have a reference for what I want because I did this digitally. Cause I was like, yeah, I can't like freehand this without making mistakes. So I first did it digitally, and I'm gonna put it on my iPad to reference. Yeah. Okay. So let's flip the page. Let's start with making the black in the first place. So the tutorial said you want to make a puddle in one of these. So your watercolor can actually be watercolor. Guys, what the hell? You guys? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Alright, so what was the combination? It was, okay, I know it was this blue, and then, oh, I think I added too much blue. Wow, that is a lot of blue. Holy crap. Okay, just add more water, it's fine. Wow. Okay. It's okay, this is a trial and error. I don't know where I got this from, but I know this brush is like really cheap. Also, yes, I am using a circle palette. I know you're supposed to use the rectangle ones because they're like much better. But this hoe is broke, so... Oh yeah, I can get like all these expensive stuff, but like I can't get like a $2 rectangle palette. Work smarter. I mean, work harder, not smarter. A motto I live for. So I just mixed the dark blue and the dark red to get this really deep purple because I'm pretty sure black is dark, so yeah. And then I'm gonna do the bright yellow because I know that like doing the opposite, cold and warm, makes it like darker somehow. Wow. As you can see, or as you can't see, it didn't work. It just turned like a really weird hue of blue. Okay. Let's begin with doing our basic shadow. I'm so freaking nervous. Okay. What I'm doing right now is just applying the base of the background, which is all gray. But I'm making sure to skip the natural elements because they will have their own shading. So whatever like wave I have, or maybe I have a rock, I'm gonna skip over that. Oh, I forgot to mention, I used a waterproof ink pour this because if you don't, the ink will just like dissolve, and you don't want that smudge. My cat is trying to climb on me. That is not what you do. Put him on the chair. I put him on the background. Oh. Here. Oh, he's actually too short for you to see. Just. Yep, okay. Anyways. To continue on, I gotta make sure everything is spread out evenly. I do not want any like unnecessarily dark points on here. Alright, working with water, keep that in mind. I got scared for a second because I thought like this one part had to like stay very light, but I was actually just on the right track. This is why you should always trust yourself. Hold up. I gotta go my split stance position. Whew. Alright, I might just like finish this and then like get back, because it's just like a repetition of just filling in like the back colors. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I will be back very soon. Alright y'all, I'm back. I just did all of the background, but I have no clue why it like changed colors in the middle. I think it's because I didn't mix it thoroughly, but oh my god. You know what? My thoughts on watercolor remain the same. It's very good. I like it, but I literally just don't know how to mix colors and it frustrates me. But right now I'm trying to get a brush from here. New brush unlocked. Ooh, what in the world happened here? Okay, anyways, I just realized that one of my brushes is damaged. That's fun. This will be my blending brush because I rewatched the tutorial and it said to have a blending brush because we're going to be working with black. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna test on like a small area. Also, I'm like super nervous because this is for my tattoo portfolio and oh god, I do not know how to use watercolor. Okay, so we want gray on the bottom. or black, sorry. So I'm just lining the outline with black, and then I gotta get my blending brush, dip it in water. Oh, maybe if it like absorbed the water, that'd be good. And then spread that out. Oh, that's too much water. Hey, it kind of worked. I might have to go over it again with some actual black, but it actually like worked. Hold on, I need to like re-watch this tutorial because oh my god. Tell me why he's like doing this what the shading thing. See how it like gradients into a lighter. Yeah, he is doing that like perfectly, but like when I do it, it's like, girl, what the hell happened? In today's video, alright, let me rewatch this. I'm learning as you learn too, so we are learning together. I needed more black. Hopefully I'm doing this correctly. Okay. So something is definitely happening. I have no clue what is happening. But we definitely have something going on. I'm not sure if it's the thing that we want, but you know what? This is our first time, so yeah. Oh my god, why does this keep turning brown? Ah, I see. I have to keep mixing it. That's why. The blue keeps sinking to the bottom. Take note of that. Blue sinks to the bottom. I'm gonna definitely have to search up how to make gray. I mean, I already made gray, but I don't know how I did that. Kind of like just dissociated and all of a sudden the color appeared, so that's like very useful.
Learn how to get smooth blends by moving across the page in the direction that you want the blend to be in. If you try and sort of drag the ink out and then scribble over the top of it, you'll end up with a bit of a muddy mess, and you don't want that. You want this to be nice and smooth, so we get that beautiful transition across from black to light gray. I'll do the same thing in this next section.
Did you just hear what he said? He said you don't want to drag the brush around. You know what I've been doing this entire time? Well, it's okay. Let's just pretend he didn't say that, but I will learn from my mistake. Damn, what's got this whole building shaking? Damn. This is a lot to stare at, so it looks like I'm solving like a science problem with all these combinations I'm staring at. Yeah. I might just save myself some trouble and just dilute the black that I already made to make a lighter shade of it. Maybe adding a cooler shade might help. Looks like my sister's one. I will be back after I finish all of this shading part. Alright, y'all, I finished. I don't know why they're like different shades. Actually, I do know why. It's because I use different colors to make the black. They're more like dark purple. I mean, it's not bad for the first time. It's just like, would you turn this into a tattoo portfolio? They would look at like the 30 colors and say, what the hell is happening? Okay, let's start with the waves now, because we have to do the shadows of the waves and the rocks too. Oh, and I ran out of warm blue. I think it's just easier to make the puddles first before you squeeze out the color. Do you guys ever like accidentally dip your paintbrush in your drinking cup instead of your actual cup? That happened to me more times than I can remember. You know what I just realized? I think they said to have like a clean water cup, aka this one, because you need more water for the palette. I've just been using the dirty one this entire time. Kind of feel stupid, but oh well. The damage has already been done. Oh. Dude, I keep mixing the wrong ones. Okay. Dark blue, or warm blue, and get all that dark blue. Maybe get some light blue too, because why not? It's better to be experimentative. And what color did we make? We made green. Great. That was just what I was going for. Okay. You know what? I can live with this. This is a nice gray. Okay. Before I start, let me make sure I do this right the first time.
Bottom of our wave bar, as well as some background elements to create illustrations, which I don't recommend. Finished, we still have a little bit.
Okay. So we're gonna go over with a light. That is not. That is not light. It's okay. I will just use this for the shadows. One thing I do, if I use too much watercolor on like one part of the paper, I just start using that as like a palette. So I just like kind of like steal the water from that and then just add it on to like another place of the page. What the fuck? Sorry, I didn't mean to curse like that. It's just when I like took some paint and then I like put it on the page, it was blue. It's supposed to be gray. Oh my god, this is so fun. I can like absorb water bubbles with my paintbrush. Oh, there is a mosquito in my room. What the hell? Okay, anyways. I did the finger waves. As you can see, I am losing my will to live with each stroke. Now we're gonna work on the rocks, which needs another pure black. Honestly, I still don't know how to make black. I'm gonna try mixing all of the warm primary colors and see what I get. If it works, it works. Okay, period. I think it actually made black. Wow, I should have just started with the primary colors first. Oh my god. I feel so dumb. Ow, what the fuck? Alright, not bad. Definitely needs more layers, but this is what we got so far. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. You know what? The background isn't enough. Who even needs coloring anyways? Dude, look how much color I have on this palette. Can I let it dry? I think you can let it dry and then just reactivate it with water. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.